Hello. You asked for the ability to maintain multiple versions of resumes, so I put up a demo of what you want. So here we have a family of resumes. We're going to have my base resume. It's structured as a tree. You can make the tree as big as you want. Inside the Python resume, they're going to be one for resume for Apple, another for Google. And inside my recruiting resume, there's going to be one for Dropbox and one for Rackspace. So let's take a look at my base resume. What I've done is the part that is going to be changed, I've put a box around it in the div HTML statement, just so you can see what the different versions are. So every company is going to get their own introduction, and then all the Python companies are going to get the same job description as my first job, and all the recruiting companies are going to get the same job description for my first job. So let's go, we can take a look at it. So here we have, for example, Apple. I have a quick about, and I'm a world-class Python developer. I've spent my entire life in a cubicle meeting unreasonable deadlines for bosses who do not allow me to fail. And here's the Google one. Same about, different about for Google, but they have the same Python description because it's all in the Python branch of the tree. And over here in recruiting, we have Dropbox. So again, a different about, and excellent. I'm excellent at finding brilliant developers who will stay with your company forever for less money than you pay anyone else. That's what they want recruiters to do. And of course, Rackspace, as a recruiter, they get that same job description, but everybody gets their own introduction. Okay, so we can make this tree as rich as we want. Whatever you want to do, you can do. How do I do this? Well, so there's actually a tree. So I'll take you into the Python branch of the tree. And we have the current work, which is the document that's shared between all of them. And then we have the Apple, which has the introduction, which is just for Apple. In Google, we have the introduction, which is just for Google. If we go back up to the top, we can go into recruiting. We have the current work, which is the piece that's shared among all the different recruiting companies. Dropbox gets their introduction, and Rackspace gets their introduction. So, I mean, there are lots of ways you can structure this, but it makes it really easy to bring up lots of different resumes, each customized for every company. And it looks like a tree to you and me, but actually, there are two representations. It's all Python on the server, so it's pretty easy to do this. There are two representations. If we go back to the demo, now let's take a look at view. If we go back to the demo, let's give you this version of the demo. There are two tabs here. This is for my development, and this is for what the end user sees. But very shortly, I'll merge them into one. So here, if you look at the base resume, you're just looking at the base. But if you look at Apple, I don't know if you can see the URL, it's just /Apple. And if you look at Google, it's just /Google. And if you look at Dropbox, it's just /Dropbox. And if you look at Rackspace, it's just like Rackspace. So the client doesn't see that there's this whole rich tree, that there are lots of different resumes. All they see is they see the one that they get. And of course, you as a developer, you get to see your whole tree. Let's see, you get to see your whole tree. Click into Python, click into recruiting, you can see the whole tree. So this is interesting software. Let me show you a little bit more about the software. There's a whole web interface. So this is the CK editor. It's a WYSIWYG editor, right? So you can, I don't know, change your, strike it, bold it, italicize it, anything you want. You've got all kinds of tools for creating anchors. There's an ACE editor. So this is a much more technical editor. So say I install a div here somewhere. Div, it creates the other part of the div, you can see. Okay, we're not going to save that either. You can view a web page, an HTML page, and of course it's got the history option. So you can actually take a look at all the different versions of your source, and if you realize that one of them is the one you should have had, then you can restore it. So that makes it, it's really, I mean, I don't know why the whole world doesn't do this. It just makes it so easy to develop a whole family of resumes. What else can I show you? Actually, it's not just HTML. They're folder objects. You can add HTML objects, CSS, JavaScript, JavaScript folders, files, images. There's a bunch of other stuff, but that's all you really need for your application. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me know what you think. Christopher here. Bye-bye.